Alright, welcome back ladies and gentlemen to another weekly setup. So I'm done analyzing over 20 pairs using the fxalexg set and forget strategy, and these are the best pairs I'm willing to pay attention for this new week. So the very first pair is Euro USD. As you can see on the daily time frame, we have a very strong support and resistance level right here, or area of interest where we are looking to buy from. Right now the market structure is actually bullish. This is the higher high and this is the higher low. Now we had a retracement. We had a retracement back into area of interest, and now we are looking to see how this area of interest can hold for us to buy. Right now, the decision that we have seen from this area of interest, as price got to area of interest, it has slowed down here for about 1, 2, 3, 4 days, and the fourth day was an engulfing candle to this day. Right, that simply shows us that market is slowing down and is likely to hold from this area of interest. That is the daily time frame. The weekly time frame is also a very strong area. As you can clearly see, that same area of interest is very strong. So price, we are currently above that level, and we are hoping to see if price will buy from that level. Now coming over to the 4-hour time frame, you can clearly see the slowdown is right there. So what we want to see is for price to break above all these highs, have a new break and retest before I'll be interested in buying Euro USD. So Euro USD, I'm planning on buying Euro USD this new week. GBPUSD is the next pair, is pretty much the similar price action that we have on Euro USD, but Euro USD is way more cleaner. Now I'm expecting this market to actually buy, but I actually need a little bit more price action and a new break and retest above this level, just like this, to buy. So right now we don't have any decision right now on buying, right, until we have this break and retest that we are looking for. So that is the second pair we are paying attention to this week. We also have a very clean area of interest, as you can see on the daily time frame, that price has clearly respected over the time, right? So right now I'll be waiting for that new break and retest right here to be interested in buying. GBPCAD next pair. GBPCAD next pair, I'm actually willing to sell this market. As you can clearly see, we have a very strong area of interest that price has rejected. Anytime we are below, we are rejecting down, and anytime we are above the area, we are rejecting to the upside. So right now you can clearly see that we are clearly below the area right now. But one thing that I've noticed from this area is that anytime we approach the area, before we actually sell to the downside, we have a 1 day, at least a 1 day of slowdown before the next leg down. We have a 1 day of slowdown before the next leg down, right? It's the same thing that's been happening time and time again. Price gets to area of interest, slow down before selling off, right? So now we are hoping that we'll have that slowdown right here before we actually continue selling, right? Daily is bearish, weekly time frame is technically still bullish, but we need the 4-hour to still be bullish, to still be bearish for us to be interested. So right now the 4-hour is also bearish, so we are looking to continue selling. Now if I come over to the 1-hour time frame, I still need price action to break new highs just like this and have a new shift of structure trading under area of interest and a retracement like this to potentially continue selling, right? So for price to do all these things, hopefully it's going to take 1 day, then we'll not have the confirmation to sell to structure point on the 1-hour time frame, right? So that is that for GBPCAD. I'm willing to sell. GBPNZD is the next pair. I am also willing to sell GBPNZD. So GBPNZD is clearly bearish. It's clearly bearish, right? So let me show you guys what we have. We have a very strong area of interest right here. So this area of interest is a very strong area of interest. Now what you expect is that when price comes into this area is going to buy. That is not really what I'm going to be doing this week, right? Because clearly it shows that the direction of this current price action is clearly bearish, and all the market structure is clearly bearish. Weekly is bearish, daily is bearish, 4-hour is bearish. So I'm willing to see how I can continue selling with the market and not predict that the market is going to just buy, right? So for me to continue selling with the market, I still need price on the 1-hour time frame, which is going to be my entry time frame, to clearly break under all these lows, right? So I need price to clearly break under all these lows. Then I'm confirming that this market is now trading under the area of interest that is supposed to hold our support, and it's not trading under. Then we'll now have a retracement. We'll now have a retracement just like this to potentially continue selling on GBPNZD. USDCAD USD CAD, I am willing to sell this market potentially. So this right here is my game plan. I still need price to break under this low and have a retracement to sell to this structure point, which is going to be the daily structure points, right? So let me explain this pair a little bit, right? So let me explain this pair a little bit. So if you look at the daily time frame, you can clearly see that this market, anytime we are above this area, we are rejecting to the upside. When we are below this area, we're rejecting to the downside. So right now we are below this area, so we are hoping that it's going to reject to the downside, right? Now we are looking for other information that the market is going to give us for us to potentially sell this market, right? Weekly time frame is also bearish. 4-hour time frame right now is also bearish, but I need it to break under all these lows just because I've seen this multiple times, right? So I need price to break it under this new low, right, and retest that low again for me to potentially sell. Now if I'm targeting this previous structure point on the 4-hour or on the daily time frame, right, if it gives me a positive risk to reward ratio, which is at least a 1:2, I am still going to take this trade. Right now from the EMA, you can clearly see when market was trending, it was moving clearly bullish, clearly bearish, and right now it has indecision. That's what I mean by I am still going to wait for a new break under this low and a retracement to sell. So I broke down my full concept on why I'm selling this market on the longer version of this video, which you can watch, right? It's just pretty much the video before this video, so you can go over to watch it. We did a little bit of back testing on BTC to see if we would have cut straight. Same thing, right? So I still have other pairs I'm pretty much going to be looking at to see how they play out. USD to potentially sell, Euro NZD to potentially to potentially have a retracement to sell, GBP for what, to potentially break this high to potentially buy, NZD USD I think to buy eventually, and I'm sure that that's pretty much it, right? So that's pretty much it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.